every Indian organization is now struggling with the master data, right? We reach to Copilot, all AI, but if your data is not harmonized or organized or orchestrized, you are not able to do anything, right? Take example of CRM. If you are putting the wrong pin code, or if you're not putting up any pin code, how you are going to define the command area? So the quality or purity of master data is the biggest challenge right now, and we struggling in every company, because I had a spectrum of experience from promoter to high level MNCs, firewalls, industry solutions coming from a different vendor. I'm not going to take any product or vendor. You can check, but please secure your OT network. It's a very, very important and very risky. MES and IoT, these are two different keywords. They are not same. So please use carefully. Wherever you require MES, you use MES. Wherever you require IoT, you can use IoT. You need to not reinvent, try to reorganize for your light out plant.
Hi, you're watching the mainstream, formerly known as CIO News, and I'm Simran Shiwalkar, your host for today. We are back with another episode from our exclusive series called Voice of CIO. This is a recorded session. It will be available on our website, our LinkedIn channel, and our YouTube handle as well. Today, we have with us another visionary leader who will be sharing his insights on critical topics such as digital transformation, IT, and AI. Let's welcome Mr. Santosh Rai. He is the CIO at Asahi India Glass Limited. He's a visionary leader with 20 plus years of experience and an expertise in digital transformation, IT strategy, ERP systems, and IT security. With his experience in aligning IT with business goals, he has driven innovation, enhanced operational efficiency, and built high performing teams. He's known for his strategic planning and crisis management and also continues to shape Asahi's IT landscape for a future ready enterprise. Thank you so much, Mr. Rai, for joining us today.
Thank you, Simran, and very good morning to all, and a very good morning to you, your team. Right? It's a very, good, time where Christmas is there, and before everybody go on the Christmas holiday and starting a new year, so they need to plan something for the upcoming year. So it's a best series. Like they can take, input from my this exclusive interview, which is more on the digital transformation and upcoming or emerging technology for 2025. Yeah, Simran.
Absolutely. And what a lovely start. And like you said, because it's a holiday season, we also need to wrap up things, but we also need to have a vision as to what's to come next. So thank you once again. And with that, I would love to first understand about your journey, more than 2 decades of experience now. Can you share a glimpse about your experience so far?
Yeah. So like, after I don't go in the detail of the educations, right? I starting with my career. So I started my career with the, Shriyam Fibers, right? And as a, IT graduate, I started with, ERP, or rather you can say that programmer. And sooner I had got a chance to work in the ERP. So in FTech, I work on the, ERP. And after that, I selected for uh, Volkswagen. So if I remember correctly, in 2007, Volkswagen Greenfield project came in India, and I was the first one in the IT for application. Right, we have a good amount of challenge, right? Where because we need to implement full Volkswagen template, so we implemented more than 133 system and SAP out of one. So you can measure the scale of implementation. Uh, but I will very impressed with the project management from the Volkswagen project manager, and we deliver a full project that is Polo rollout on time, 31st March 2008, right? After that, I joined Aisha. So there was a JV between Volvo and Eicher, and there I done a lot of work on the front end digitization. That time we call as a front end automation. So in the front end automation, like CRM implementation, uh, After that, for a small, or you can say rather, very less time in AMW. So that is, I think few people only know Asia Motor Works, and it's a first, AC cabin commercial vehicle. So there I have implemented, a lot on the, data center or SAP re-implementation, right? My leadership journey started from, Sonalika Tractors, where I joined sometime in 2012, and then I started real strategy work. It's a very promoter based company, and SAP implemented in 90s, and but they are not getting benefit out of SAP. So we started like how to do this. So like any strategic project, we made first the strategy along with the business, along with the management, and I thank all promoter and management that they adhered what we have planned. And after making a strategy, we start implementing, and I think in near about 4 year we have done a business transformation. So everywhere, like in supply chain planning, front end, on the shop floor. That time industry 4.0 is just recently introduced, but we had worked on the same framework along with the Robert Bosch, for the automation on the shop floor, basically quality, then warehouses, logistics. We introduced a lot of mobile application in front end, where you go to the village and book your inquiries and all stuff. So that give a lot of push to the business, and the business grow at a certain speed. So getting all the confidence from their business transformation, then I joined Vardhaman for a digital transformation, and my digital journey started from the Vardhaman. There I had, spent, I think, almost 2 years where work on the state service center, then business process management, uh, scouting for a ERP and shortlisting SAP is one of the, ERP, and doing the POC, right? And after that, I joined Asahi Glass, and I think from 2019, I'm in Asahi. Full scale, implementation of, digital transformation. And it's a case study for everybody. So we have not, that time I remember everybody is doing the firefighting, but we taken a step back, and along with the AT Carney that time, now it's Carney. So we had prepared a detailed, structured a digital strategy, where it's categorized into three parts: phase one, phase two, phase three. Phase one, whatever the implementation is there, it's a very low hanging fruit and for 10 months. Phase two and phase three subsequent for 2 and 3 years. So as per the plan, whatever the low hanging fruits are there, we have covered. We thought like real benefit or digitalizations come from the ERP, because without we can't leave ERP. So we have re-implemented ERP, and then upgrade our backend infrastructure, cyber security, and then full scale digital transformation we have implemented. And we, in a phase manner, as per the business strategy, we keep on adding new things like RPA, bots, because it's a very heterogeneous processes. Aside having a process manufacturing, discrete manufacturing, B2C, B2B, a lot of processes are there. But we try to digitize maximum, and we are in process of doing this.
Wonderful. And thank you once again for, sharing a glimpse of your journey and being so elaborative about it. I think you've seen technology evolve in the last 2 decades with your experience, with your dynamic experience. I would also want to understand from you, how has the role of CIO has evolved over the years, because I think CIOs are now more than technology leaders. There's more to the roles and responsibilities, even when it comes to shaping the digital transformation of any organization now. So, what is your take on that?
Yeah. So if you see like, the complete IT, rather you can say IT and digital department has also, you know, mm, gonna complete change. We started with we call as a MIS department, which is very small in small in nature as with a Stepney part of, I will use the word with the finance. We converted into, I don't know, few people know EDP, electronic data processing. After EDP, it comes like IT. Right. And after IT, we call as some department call as IAS, some call as a IDT, some as IT and digital. So same way the role of CIO also, changes, right? Earlier we have a manager MIS, then we have a EDP manager, then we have a IT head. Then it comes like, okay, we are adding something, right? So it will come CIO, but still many companies CIO report to CFO. But in my view, we are not only for the ERP, there are a lot to do when we do digitalization. There are a lot of interaction with the supply chain manufacturing, right, where we need to interact with the different leaders. And nowadays, after coming of Amazon, there are a lot of marketplace where we can also contribute in the digital market or digital service, right? So nowadays, I think a few of the company are now putting their CIO, or you can say CIDO, whatever you name say. So you say a digital leader on the board. And I'm not surprised, like in coming year, there few roles going to merge into CIO, and the CIO role become a digital leader kind of role, because without digitalization you will not able to do anything nowadays. Only like, if you want to like take an example of CMO, what he or she is doing, mainly there is a technological part, and same applicable to few part of CHRO, right? So if you don't have proper knowledge of digitization, you are not able to survive in the upcoming digital ecosystem. So there is a lot of changes required to do in the role, the CIO role, and CIO role definitely going to be a digital leader role.
Absolutely, and rightly said so, because I think digitalization and digital transformation has now become a very essential part in every organization. But again, coming back to your expertise and experience, Mr. Rai, what is your approach when it comes to aligning IT with business goals, especially when we talk about measurable outcomes?
I think we need to understand. I just appealing all the technological folks, that without a any you can say proper a measurable profit and loss, nothing, no business is sustainable. So please take every project as a P&L, right? And you see that what is coming and what is going out, and what is at last what you are getting. So in my view, I think you need to collaborate very tightly with your business, and let your business handle this. Let the business own this. If they are not owning, you never going to succeed in any of the projects. Take example of ERP. Everywhere ERP is labeled as a IT project, but in some cases I saw that a business leader is leading, either CFO or somebody else. And then if they own, they are able to translate whole of the management very easily, right? So if you want to start a project, you need to be club with the ROI, and let the business prove that ROI. You can help at every step, but let them prove that after implementing or after automating this thing, we are able to get this. Like take example of industry 4.0. It's a very you're not getting a proper ROI even in 5 year, but there are other benefit which you are getting, like repeat buying, customer satisfaction. So let these all KPI need to present by the business, your manufacturing head, and let he fight for approval to the management. If CIO fight for approval, I think he can go up to only a few limits, right? And after that he thought that, okay, let me come to the my domain, like technological upgrade or implementing something in the security. So this is what approach is.
Absolutely. And I'm sure as when we talk about technologies, we see a lot of opportunities, but along with these opportunities, there are challenges as well. So if you could address any major IT challenges or, challenges in the tech space from a CIO's point of view.
See, the problem with, I'm just taking your question in a, perspective of India, not on a abroad, way. So every Indian organization is now struggling with the master data, right? We reach to Copilot, all AI, but if your data is not harmonized or organized or orchestrated, you are not able to do anything, right? Take example of CRM. If you are putting the wrong pin code, or if you're not putting a wrong any pin code, how you are going to define the command area? So the quality or purity of master data is the biggest challenge right now, and we struggling in every company, because I had a spectrum of experience from promoter to high level MNCs. Everywhere same problem is there. The first challenge is the master data, or rather I think dilute in the purity of master data. Second is like accountability, like I explained in my previous question. Nobody is accounting, right? If we are go and ask like we are implementing something, we require some good person who has a good process knowledge. I understand their main job is to do production, their main job is to do the planning, but if the system become a robust and strengthened, everybody will going to helpful. So we require a best in class, but sometimes we are not getting the best in class. Sometimes we are getting who is good for nothing. They are put on the project, and then project failed, and whole company financial is going to be on the losses because of these failures. Third is like security. Even today also, after so much of education by everybody, people understand that security is only part of IT, but security is everybody. If something happened to your own bank account, then you understand what is the security. But if something happened to the company accounts, nobody understands. He thought that it is a fault of IT. So these three are the major challenges. Of course, a fourth we can say that change management, but can be clubbed with all the three partially. So change management, organizational level change management. Everybody talk about the automation, but the moment when you say that we want to implement, so in silo say that okay, you can send me the Excel file, I will see. Nobody has time to go and see in the ERP. Nobody time and see the analytical platform. So first you implement it your own, then you go for the change management. So that is a like fourth pillar, which is a very important organizational level change management.
Rightly said so. And you also emphasized on security that it is not just an organizational, it is not just an organizational problem or a challenge, but it is also the onus is also on individuals to have that
Yeah.
level of security internally as well as externally. I would like to take it from there. How does IAS ensure its robust security is maintain and any kind of disaster recovery plans or while maintaining compliance or but while aligning with those compliance.
So Asahi being a auto component, and I'm proudly say we have a 70% plus 70 plus percent of market share. So, we align to all auto OEMs. So we need to be very secure, because we are exchanging a lot of data, right? So we have got multiple security, first of all, certification or framework. So I'm starting with the ISO framework. So ISO is a global framework. Then we have TSEC for European automobile, then Jamajoki for Japanese, and quarterly or yearly we have being a part of audit from the OEMs. This is what the framework. So if I talk about the tools, we categorize into three layers. So, primary, then middle, and then topmost. So at a layer wise. So we define each and every tools, and the major part of, the security is the training. So we have a mandatory training, right, to everybody. And we give, a lot of training, uh, weekly, monthly, we send a flyers. We make sure that every time we send a content, if possible, if he just put it to he just delete, again we will send. So keep on sending. So training is very important. This is what it is for the IT. And I proudly say that me and my peers, CIO, everybody has done, or CISO has done a good job in IT security. But the concern area is OT security, which is called as operational technology. So we connect our PLC or CNC or any SCADA system with internet. These systems are, not as per the latest norm, because these are working from 18, 20 years. The security there compromised. If you just go search on a Google, you will get a lot of, cyber attack from the security side. And the pattern is like, if I'm a big OEM and I'm connected with a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 component manufacturing or vendor or partner, so the virus or the attack will come from tier 3, because they have a loose end. And from there it will reach to the your OT network, and then you have a halt on a production. So you are not hearding like something is going on the IT side. Every time you heard about the OT side. So we need to be very careful on the OT. So in Asahi, we have a special drive for securing the OT, right? We first of all we segregated both the network. It is not a common network between IT and OT. So that is the first part and very basic step to secure your assets. There are multiple firewalls, industry solutions coming from a different vendor. I'm not going to take any product or vendor. You can check, but please secure your OT network. It's a very important and very risky. We are very happily using the chatbots, or you can say the LLM based chat GPT. I would like to just add one point for everybody thought, like, if we very comfortably share our data on a chat GPT. Chat GPT is in a public network. It is not a private network, right? It is not your private chat GPT. So if the moment you are putting anything on a Google or freeware, I saw a lot of times people are converting PDF into Word, or doing grammar check from Grammarly. So these all data is going to web. So right. So please, before putting anything on the web, be careful. If some financial or some product information is there, you are going to be in a mess, right? So please use any software, any freeware, with a proper research and development. Concern your IT department, they will guide you.
Rightly said so. And in fact, thank you so much, Mr. Rai, because this is a critical message that all of us need to understand the gravity of the situation, what document is being shared online, or what we are uploading, or even, getting the access to. So, once again, thank you so much for shedding some light when it comes to IT and OT security. Coming back to your perspective, we have seen emerging trends and technology trends like AI taking the center stage now. What is your take when it comes to technologies like Gen AI, which is now the talk of the town?
So, in India, the trend is like we copy paste, right? If something is working and some company will try to just take this solution. Before taking any solution, because digital solution are very costly, it required a huge investment plus, time. I'd request everybody, like, please study carefully what is you are getting out of this. And best is like you can take your business from day one. Though in some cases they are not able to understand the technology, you help them, but you can convince him that by using this technology you are going to solve this. Take example of LLM based copilot. Please take your marketing department. Simplest is like how it is making a content. If it is really giving value, then only take a second step for a POC, right? And then properly after POC you do pilot and then full scale implementation. This is a cycle for any digital initiative you can do, right? And also in between you make a business case out of this. What is a break even or ROI coming out of this? And let everybody, all stakeholder clear on the, everything. It is not like after implementation somebody is questioned, like it is not giving any ROI, why you are doing. So this is one part. Yes, AI is very good tool. Based on the use case, you can go with AI, right? Especially LLM, because it's a it is working on both structured and unstructured data. So definitely you should try AI, because it is now in all the area of the businesses, right? Or all the process of the business. Particularly, it is more on the front end. You can also collaborate your MES plus AI or your ERP plus AI. So SAP also coming with the native AI with the Google. And Oracle ERP also coming with their AI platform. Microsoft also having the Copilot, so where you can do uh, pilot with the Copilot. It will help you in a digital workplace. Uh, Other than this, other form of AI, traditional form of AI, there are RPAs, there are chatbots, right, where you can use it. And it's the simplest, logic based if then else condition or algorithm where it's very easily used, but it will resolve a lot of issue. So I think it's a very clear cut qualify for, upcoming uh, year or months. With a low investment, you can do a lot, and you can cut short your business colleagues non-value added work very easily.
Absolutely. And thank you once again, Mr. Rai, for being so elaborative and comprehensive about this because I think, but again, do you think Gen AI is here to take the center stage and it will stay here for the next few years and it will become at one point organization will have no option but to adopt to this technology?
I think if I'm not wrong, it's my personal view. I am seeing the wave as parallel to whatever we have seen in when we are revolving on the computer side, right? So whatever the pace of change we require at the computer side, like at a starting day we say that some people use the computers, but nowadays it is a mandatory for everybody. So same I see with the AI also. Right now it's corner as a baby of IT, or maybe a baby of digital department, but you will soon see, like in upcoming 2 to 3 year, everybody, like starting from a simple graduate to top management, is going to use this tool. And I think that the scale remains same. Like we will say, like it's a parallel to industry 3.0.
Fantastic. And before we wrap up this session, any key recommendations or practices that you would like to give to our viewers or tech leaders, when it comes to elevating their digital transformation landscape?
Yeah, I think very good question. And I'd say, like there are a lot of technologies coming, and we should definitely try, especially I'm talking about the manufacturing, because manufacturing is a key, right? So there are a lot of technology which yet to use in a proper way. I would say, like, please try to use digital twin in your any of the business problems, especially shop floor. Please use blockchain if possible. If you are a very export import, or any very uh, document oriented organization where you require a chain of event, you please try blockchain. Of course, Copilot is one. Copilot, when I say LLM based any AI tool, is a one which is going to be most beneficial. At last, I will say again, like, people have not utilized the power of MES and IoT. People still, confused on the MES and IoT. These are two different keywords. They are not same. So please use carefully. Wherever you require MES, you use MES. Wherever you require IoT, you can use IoT. IoT layer is a very beautiful layer, and please try to justify, need of the IoT and uh, property of IoT properly. And fifth, though AI, though analytic use now getting used at a various platform, but we are only a diagnostic or descriptive, right? We are not yet graduated to prescriptive or autonomous AI. So if your organization mature enough in the data or in the automation on the copilot or digital transformation, please try to make one use case at least in 2025 of autonomous analytics, right? All all inclusive will go to there is again a buzzword going on, is a light out plants, right? Or you can say dark plant. So wherever there is a manufacturing, and especially process manufacturing, if possible, everything is there. You need to not reinvent, try to, reorganize for your light out plant. So the six, basic thing is, I think it's good for upcoming year, that is 2025.
Fantastic. And I think today our viewers and listeners have a lot to take away from this session. So thank you once again for sharing these key recommendations. And while we conclude this session, I really want to take a moment to thank you for sharing your insights as well. And I look forward to connecting with you once again.
Thank you, Simran. Thank you, CIO News. And I would like to take a moment and wish everybody Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. So please do plan, plan in proper way and execute properly. So Happy New Year again to all listener, audience, viewers. Thank you.
Absolutely. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to you as well.